I'm the only member from Western region who has never met William Ruto. The only one.
What do you mean?
I've never met him. And I'm the only elected member of, not even a member of parliament, any, whether it's governor, MCA, women rep, any elected leader nominated in the entire Western region, I'm the only one who has never met William Ruto.
Why? Because
my principles and his are like day and night. And what will I be meeting William Ruto to do? What? To listen to his lies? I don't belong to that category of people who listen to lies. I will meet a leader whom we can talk in the same wavelengths.
What are you saying? Are you saying that you will not be party to that, or that everything that he is saying actually doesn't make sense or is not true?
Everything he does doesn't make sense, is not true. For example, if you are paraded at night in the wee hours in a state lodge somewhere in Kakamega to be given tokenism so that you can mobilize people to go to a Madaraka Day, instead of calling these leaders in broad daylight, maybe in that very stadium or even in State House, to discuss the overall development of the people of Western, including even those who don't agree with you, even like Caleb Amis. But if you call only those who agree with you and you ignore those who do not agree with you, it means you are doing politics. You have not doing development. And if you ask those leaders, so after meeting the president, how many roads are going to be constructed? How many schools are going to be constructed? Which new university is going to be built? How many of our youths are going to get employment, whether it is through that internet thing of his or whatever? What is this impact that has been created? They have no idea. They got their money, they pocketed, they went drinking. Those who drink, those who are pastors, they went to the church, and that is it. The day is ended. My celebration is ended. The locals have eaten their nyama and rice. They have gone, and life goes on as if nothing happened.
Caleb,
this is kind of.
Are you saying, Caleb? Are you aware what conversations took place between the elected leaders and the president and other people from the national leadership? Do you know what they discussed?
There can never be a conversation between a president and the members of parliament. Never.
What do you mean?
Why?
Because the president has a very singular duty from members of parliament. The president cannot dish development because he has no power in the constitution to dish development. It is the parliament, members of parliament, who appropriate money for various projects across the country. We've just passed the budget policy statement. The budget policy statement was not for Uganda or Tanzania.
I'm sorry,
the budget policy statement.
I ask you if members of parliament actually know this, because members of parliament themselves were the ones who were running around trying to get to Bungoma. Everybody's looking for the last flight from Nairobi to Kisumu, and here you are telling us that members of parliament should actually know that the power is vested in them to appropriate development. But still, we're running helter-skelter at the behest of the president to hope for some kind of goodies to land in their hands. We had a senator who was complaining over the weekend and said, no, why is all this talk going to Bungoma? It should be coming to Kakamega. For goodness sake, members of parliament should be aware that they are responsible for the appropriation of development, and yet are following the same president whom you say has a singular duty. Why?
Yes, exactly. The president was
all of you then should go home.
Not all of us. All of them, except Caleb. That's why I'm never called, because I'll question them. They know that I will question. People know that I'm not a person who was brought by a godfather. I came to politics on my own. I did my politics on my own, even when Baba, my party leader, goes wrong. The other day when he took us to the streets in front of my members of parliament, I asked Baba, don't take us to streets, and then the next minute you are shaking hands with the president. Yeah. That's what happened. And people were shocked. People were touching me down here to wewe nyamaza. Unaongelesha mzee. Because, you see, I'm just myself. When things are not right, I'll tell you these are not right. So, the reason why they don't call me in such a meeting, because they know I will embarrass the president. And they don't want him to be embarrassed, because then they'll not get that small thing they want from the president. And the small thing is just little coin to their pocket. If you ask them, So what did the president say, or which road will be constructed tomorrow? There isn't. So did the president say that there will be a new airport that will be constructed? When and how much? They'll not tell you. The president came to officiate a national function. That's it. That is his duty. His duty is not to walk around the country dishing development. It is never in any constitution.
But why would you call it dishing development when you yourself has told us that you keep going to Kipchumba Murkomen's office?
I go there to explain my program. The reason why I go to Murkomen is one. Number two, to just make him understand, because Kipchumba Murkomen has been avoiding to come to parliament. I have enough questions lined up at my table room number 8 in parliament by Caleb Amis MP for Saboti for Kipchumba Murkomen to come and answer. He has never, because Kimani Ichung'wah is somehow protect this cabinet secretary from coming to answer questions in parliament.
So when you go to his office, what are you saying?
When I go to the office, I go and to explain to him, please, as you make your program, because they know their programs on roads network, which I have an opportunity to do it in parliament, but you don't appear. So I have to appear to your office to explain to you that my roads in Trans Nzoia and Saboti are a dire, a place that he knows very well. And I have shared with him that instead of this money you put on Kera, every financial year there is about 50 or 60 million on maintenance. If for the 5 years, if you put this money together, it's about 300 million. This is money that can even make a few kilometers of tarmac road.
So why has that not happened? And yet you are the member of parliament, you appropriate all this money, even the money that comes from the road maintenance.
Number one, I don't.
You know how much it goes into each constituency, how much is allocated per constituency. Why haven't you been able to do it? Why do you?
Why? Because the parliament is also a theater of politics. It is a theater of politics. Why? Because everything is about numbers. We make, as a minority, we make our noise. I'm on record making noise. But those who sit in parliament and in the leadership of the committees are led by the ruling party. And once you present your proposal there, eventually they are ignored. Why? Because the president wants this to be done. The money is directed to this. The money is directed to this. So you are left out. So parliament is not... If parliament was a way that you present your own budget and it passes, then I'll be...
I just want to stick on that issue of meeting the president meeting, right? Sounds to me that meeting the Kipchumba Murkomen's boss and taking the case that you had on roads for Saboti and saying there's money allocated for road development and maintenance in Saboti constituency, I want it to put into good use and the contracting to happen haraka haraka. If Kipchumba is not seeing you, you can see the boss. Maybe that's what all the other members of parliament in Western are doing.
Then
they're going to report the minister.
But has anything happened to their constituency? None. I was in Kakamega in a funeral of one of my friends called Toto. The father died in Kakamega. People are crying. All those members from Kakamega, they see the president, not see the president, they call him on a daily basis. The president visits in their Arambes. Has anything happened to them? Secondly, which people around president will allow Caleb Amis to near State House, knowing very well that he's a lethal opposition leader? Who will allow me? Thirdly, even if you meet the president and you know the kind of liar he is, how he knows how to play to the public gallery, he will just tell you, hii itafanyika kesho asubuhi, na apigie Murkomen simu na amwambie hii maneno imefanyika. Will you stick in State House waiting for it to be done until you leave? You will leave with that lie alongside until now. The next time you meet him and he'll explain to you how the floods ravaged the whole country and money was diverted. There will always be a lie to a lie to a lie until Jesus comes.